in my life, I've sort of learned that just because everything is running smoothly today doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to run smoothly tomorrow or the rest of the week. You sort of have to expect the unexpected when it comes to having a disability.
Honestly, every time that I successfully get myself dressed and into my wheelchair, once I sit down in my wheelchair, that's like my big success moment of the day. But there are some really, there are bad days too, when you're just like frustrated by everything. And looking at the small victories in every day is pretty much the key to sanity.
There are child development goals that everybody looks at when their kid is growing up. You got to talk by 2, walk when you're 1 year old. Well, it's all different when you have a child with a disability. So whenever Brenna reached one of those goals, it was a celebration, a total celebration.
You accept that it's going to take longer. Everything he does is going to take longer. And so you don't push quite as much. You encourage all the time. And every little tiny step is wonderful. I actually have a video of Jason the first time he stood up all by himself, and I clapped so loud he laughed and fell down again and had to start all over.
Trevor is 14, so I should be getting excited about him wanting to start studying for his driving test and then eventually getting his driver's license. But instead, we're excited that he's learning to ride his scooter.
It was hard for me to do the scooter, but now I'm really good at it. I like to ride my scooter at the park and in front of my house.
It took all those little times, all of our little small victories, going from only being able to communicate through picture exchange and sign language to being able to verbalize things. And now at 14, I see that it took all of those little steps to get where we are, but they were worth every bit of it.
We've strived pretty much all of Brenna's life to have her included in community, included in school. Our biggest success with that was when she was in high school in a charter school. She was fully included in regular classes, and they even allowed her to be a cheerleader for the football team. And we don't
It
think
was really
that
fun.
we don't think that would have
I love being a
happened
cheerleader.
otherwise. The school helped her find this job at Abercrombie Fitch. Job coached her and then backed off, and we've been so fortunate that they have been really willing to work with her, and she'll be there 3 years this May.
I was really happy when I got my first paycheck, and I used that and saved my birthday money of getting my first iPad at the Apple Store.
Well, what I've learned about Brenna is that you never stop them. You never set a limit to what they can do, because she'll always exceed it. She'll always do far more than I think that is possible, which is awesome. She's taught me how to be patient a lot more than I ever was, and how to not sweat the small stuff, because there are bigger things out there to worry about. Sometimes I still forget that, but she brings me back to that. And that every day can be a good day, because it is for her, She wakes up, in pretty good mood most of the time. But she knows when her dad and I are having a rough day, and will just pat us on the shoulder and say, "It's going to be okay."